Every morning we wake up, and that is a blessing to many. But with that being said, we don't really tend to realize how special this life really is. I'd like to believe that we all have a purpose in this life. Some have found it, some are still searching, some don't even believe it in the first place. As corny as this sounds, I think one of our biggest purposes is to not give up. We can never figure out if we have a purpose if we stop trying. We're all born with this light, but it becomes bright depending on where we decide to illuminate. We spend our days with so many emotions, but what are the ones we decide to focus on? If we decide to dwell on the negative ones, we'll never really find our purpose because we spent our time shining a light where it wasn't really needed. But when we focus on the positives, our light amplifies and everything changes. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you have something that you're chasing towards, if you have a dream, shine that light in that direction because I promise you that's where you're meant to be. I'm not going to promise you that it's going to be easy, but nothing in this life is easy. Trials and tribulations will become apparent. But once you shine that light in the direction, you already know where you're heading. It's not about the situation, but it's about how you handle such situation. As I mentioned previously, I like to believe that we were all born with a purpose, and at some point that purpose will become present within our lives. It's important that we give that purpose our undivided attention. Obsess over your craft, hyperfixate, emphasize, and become that best version of yourself for that purpose. I don't say that in an unhealthy way, but I mean in a way where you're falling in love with where you feel you're meant to be and who you're meant to become. Once you discover your purpose, you will consistently think about it, so you might as well capitalize. For years, I spent a lot of time thinking about what I'm meant to do with this life that I was gifted. One thing that stood out to me is that I've always seen myself as a star, someone who was meant to shine in every room that he walked in. Ever since I was young, I knew I was different, but it wasn't until later in life that I realized that we're all kind of different. And I only say that because I know I'm not the only person that feels that way. We all have similarities, we all have similar qualities, but we're all in one way different, maybe multiple ways. But once I learned that, it was really important for me to understand that because it really showed me how special it is to be here and present within the moment. Once I learned to grasp that concept, it changed my ideology on this life. We were brought into this world by chance. Why not chase after more? Make your time well spent while you're here. Do what you want. Chase after it. We could lose it all in the blink of an eye, so it's crucial that we decide to wake up thankful every morning and just chase after more. Try your best to just be the best version of you. Although I did mention that we all are a little different, we aren't far off from one another. We can learn to understand one another and we can work together towards more. And I think we're all capable of creating change and impact, but we must find where to start. Exploring, trying new things, experimenting. Do something until it just sticks. We're all bound to fail a million times before we end up having that one success. But that one success can change your life forever. So why not set out for it? Why not try? Stop putting yourself in one space when you could be present in every single one of them. There's no point of giving up because there's not even a reward in that. Keep going after it. I promise you, you're going to find your purpose. And when you do, there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to flourish. Understand that this life is one in a million, and although many don't like those odds, we have a million chances to win and one life to live. Give it your all. You're more than enough. Your effort is more than enough. Trust yourself throughout this entire process, and I promise you, you'll be rewarded. Thank you.